Amaury put in a great performance, all things considering. He just got pipped at the line. So that's an incredible Q1.
And
backs it up with other people going up in Q2 and doing these blistering fast times. You could be like, I'm missing out on track speed here. So that's pretty damn.
And I think this
impressive.
is perhaps the first glimpse of, how we see Amaury, like when he's on that winning run, like we've seen in Leger and Val de Sol, you kind of almost like you need that pit board. Okay, slow down, Amaury, you've done enough. Like just get to the finish line, right? But he doesn't do that. But it almost looked, and he did say he was cooked on the bottom of the track.
He said he was super tired.
But
arms were hurt.
But it almost looked like he didn't look like he went slower or went safer, but he did a real smart thing, and he like didn't override or didn't let it hang out too crazy in typical Amaury style and blow it away because he saw how many people were throwing away. I think that this thought process he put into the end of his run might actually give him perhaps the overall at the end of the year, because he's riding maybe with a long game. He's maybe taking a page out of Loic's book and like, you know what, I'm going to seal this one and get the points. I'd rather take points for second than like risk the win. And Jackson was the opposite, because he had to make he just wanted to like prove something back to himself more than anything else. And then I guess that leaves Loic as like, I guess he's probably a little bit mystified, and so is everyone else, because he was being so dominant the last two races. And up top on like this track being so fast, and there's a couple of places where I'm shooting really close to the track, but in a real safe, as far as you think like rally cars are safe, anything can go wrong. But you could feel the speed and the wind and the ground moving so much more. And Amaury would, when Loic would go by, I thought for sure he was. So I don't know what happened to him at the end of his run.
He had a mistake on the top roller, that like scrub roller jump, which
they all changed their mind on that because of the wind. So a lot of guys that were jumping it.
A lot of people that went off course there were either counter steering because of the wind, and then it kind of wasn't there. So there was that issue, and Loic just seemed like he got a little spooked there, did lose some time, and then he had another little, like I could visually see another mistake, and I think those just like compound. You got like one or two little mistakes, you go backwards, and then Jackson like one or two great sections, and you just keep going and you keep going, and you don't get spooked. So it sucks in this day and age, because like he's probably going to beat himself up a bit with 14th, but with the depth of field these days and the time gaps, it's not far off,
But then look at that strategy that these top teams have now with three elite riders, and we question why so many elite riders. But now with the new format of the sport and the points and the super teams, like Jordan Williams, like that was the perfect time for him to step up, and Loic and Finn faltered, and there was Jordan in the wings, like saving the day, getting some points for the team, and like that. This race must be a massive relief for Jordan, and he'll like, I'm going to say this would turn it around. It's taken 2 years after that first win, and then obviously missing all of last year. But like Jackson, like this was a well needed race for him, and I think this is like, I think his year's just going to, now he's going to be one of the contenders again.
That'll
lift him off after his win last 2 years ago.
Yeah, that'll lift a huge weight off his shoulders. You can only imagine, And he had to come through Q2 as well, right? I think I saw that. So to back that up and put down a run like that after all the expectations that start building when you win your first elite race, like it's insane. And then obviously you had this injury, so you got to come back. I mean, you must start doubting, like, when am I ever going to get back near the pointy end of the field? And it just takes one race. It's so cool, same as Jackson. Like, just takes one race, boom, we're back. So, those guys...
Well, it took Jackson 2 races, but there we go.
Yeah, well, a year and 2 races, I guess so. Well, not even. He came back straight to hardline, so it just took him one race.